All right, Ultimate Hoops Nation, my name is Reid Nelson. This is Jason Briggs. This is This Week in Rec, mid-week edition, coming to you live from Bloomington. I want to start with the Blue Chips Broncos game. A little bit of controversy towards the end for you referees out there. You referees might get a kick out of this. Maybe Jason's understanding the ruling wrong, or maybe not.
Doubtful.
Take us through the end of the game.
69-64. Sam Halverson makes a shot, except doesn't make a shot. A two-pointer. Opposing team pulled the rim down, so they called goaltending. So Broncos go up 69-66 at that point in time. They're inbounding the ball. Our understanding, a goaltend is a dead ball.
Sure.
All right. Violation number one. Not only did they move, so Robert Broughton has the ball. Does a little flip pass behind his back to Calvin Bella, who's running the sideline. So, to us, violation number one, you can't move on a dead ball. Before Calvin passes it from out of bounds to inbounds, he takes a big old dribble out of bounds, so we get a little extra mustard on the pass. Violation number two, the ball touched out of bounds.
So you feel like you should have gotten the ball right back with how much time left?
11 and a half seconds, down 3.
Okay, so Ultimate Hoops Nation, referees, we got a lot of them out there. Is Jason right? Is Jason wrong? First, does a goaltending equal dead ball? You can't move the baseline. Second, can you dribble on the baseline? I'm not a ref. I have no idea. So I guess we'll go from there.
Can you pass it to a guy down? I know.
I think you can do that, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. But can then he put the ball down?
I don't know.
If he was going to bounce pass it from out of bounds to a guy right in front of him, can he hit that baseline and then go? I think it's out of bounds.
That would be a really bad bounce pass.
That would be a very bad bounce pass.
Okay, new segment, Name That Player. We're going to be highlighting 3 players that are either doing exceptionally well or exceptionally poorly.
I'm going to guess they're all going to be doing exceptionally well this time.
No, two are doing well, one's doing poorly. So we'll start out Bloomington South, brand new squad, 2-2 team.
Okay.
This guy is averaging 13 points a game, 7.5 boards, 2.3 assists, 56% shooting from the field. He's 9th in PPR. 2 of his teammates are in the top 20 in PPR. Who is this player?
Okay, so new teams. I'm assuming we're not going to count the Titans, even though none of these guys have ever played for the Titans before. So that has to
Plus
be.
they're 2-2, and the Titans aren't 2-2.
Okay, so that has to be the Splash Brothers. What's his name? Storm Graham.
Storm Graham's a good guess, but it's his teammate, Patrick Evans.
Really, Pat?
Pat Evans, yep. Top 10 in PPR. I had a chance to speak with Pat Evans of the Splash Brothers after a big win tonight over the Crusaders. Here's Pat. All right, UH Nation, I'm here with Patrick Evans of the Splash Brothers. First question, why the Splash Brothers?
Well, I decided to recruit a bunch of good shooters, and it's going to take a while for us to come around full circle, but we're getting it, so Splash Brothers, we shooting.
Of those good shooters, who's the best one?
Shooting-wise, all around, I say Storm. He knows how to work the offense. He knows when to shoot. He doesn't just pull up just because he can shoot. So Storm is probably our leader on the offensive end.
Storm's an interesting guy because he's really got a great all-around game, and I don't think a lot of people know that yet. Do you think Storm's really played up to his potential yet this season?
Storm's just getting started, man. I'm not going to say I don't want to overhype him, but he's just getting started.
Okay, so you guys have now won your second straight game. First season in the league. Generally speaking, teams that are playing their first season don't make the postseason. Do you feel as though you guys are postseason bound?
100%. That's what we're here for. No doubt.
Okay. Talk about the group of guys. You're all from Woodbury. You all play a lot of pickleball together. Does that help kind of the camaraderie with your team?
Well, for some of us it does, but some of us play at different times, so we don't really play at the same time. So we're just kind of gelling as a team. But for the most part, it's helping. It's helping us.
Okay, Splash Brothers will finish the season with what record? You're 2-2 now.
How many games did we play?
8 games.
8-2. I mean, losing them.
Well, 6-2.
6-2. When they're the playoffs, we're coming. You know what I mean? So we're gonna put it in our all and try not to leave with any more losses.
All right, thanks, Patrick. Appreciate it. All right, that was Patrick Evans. He thinks you're gonna go 6-2.
No.
Well, that's what he says. Okay. They're a pretty solid squad.
They're a pretty solid team, and Pat Pet would never get talked about as far as like really good players in this league, but that guy can finish. I mean, the jumper leaves something to be desired, but when you get that guy around the rim, man, he can finish in some contact.
I mean,
traffic.
do they have the right idea? A bunch of guards and one very athletic 4-5 man.
It depends. I mean, it depends on how you complement each other. So, 4 perimeter guys. Is their speed going to be able to take down a team like the Gorillas with Helmy and Ratty? So or the Rebels with Ferber and Kloby. So it can work against a lot of teams, but at some point in time, someone's going to get beasted on that post. So it's a game of mismatches. Can you take advantage enough on your end to where Helmy backing you down for 25 points, doesn't affect you?
Okay.
Let's go Fridley, huh?
Second player, averaging 16 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals, 47% from the floor. His team name, it's the worst team name in rec.
Oh, okay.
Who is this player? He's 11th in Fridley PPR. A name you wouldn't necessarily expect to see in the top 11, or maybe you would. I guess I wouldn't.
I mean, that's a pretty bad name.
But it's Alan's favorite, he said.
Okay. He also must like Splash Brothers. So it's You Ought to Know.
You got it.
It's not.
Now, wait a second. If it was You Ought to Know, it would be one of my favorite names.
Correct.
Because it would be
Canadian.
Atlantis Morissette.
You're Canadian.
But it's You Ought to Know.
Okay.
And I'm apparently not young and or hip enough to understand even what that means.
I lived in the sticks, man. I listened to like classic country. So and Tupac.
George Strait.
Older, but yeah.
Colin Montgomery. Older than George Strait.
Colin Montgomery is like fat, chubby Scottish golfer, I believe.
No, it's John Michael Montgomery. No. I mean, I grew up on country music. My parents made me listen to it.
I like
Garth Brooks.
Waylon and Merle and Willie and.
So wailed.
But I'm pretty broad. All right, so it's You Ought to Know, UOENO. I'll go Brett Carlson.
Incorrect.
He's having a good year, though. Who is it?
Steve Kelsey.
Really?
11th in Fridley PPR. He's having a good season.
I mean, he definitely is a shooter, and he gets his shots up, but I didn't know he was that's a pretty efficient little game there.
Last player, struggling. 15 points, 2.5 boards, 2 assists, 1.5 steals, shooting only 40% from the field with 4 turnovers a game. I think he still has the best jumper or the best pull-up jumper in rec. Who is this player?
He's also averaging a technical a game, if I got the right guy. Abdi
Muhammad, that's correct.
And I got that not from the stats, but he does have a pretty solid pull-up.
Him and Kavarian, maybe the only two that have an actual pull-up jumper.
Oh, and Zhao.
Oh, and absolutely Zhao. Absolutely Zhao. But it's rare. Right. People don't practice a pull-up jumper.
No, they don't. Absolutely not. I had some ridiculous almost pull-up 3 tonight that clanked off the backboard before it hit anything else.
So let's talk a little bit about offense. The only reason I bring that up, I think Devin Sensrud had 31 points tonight. He was absolutely insane from the field. He basically single-handedly brought them back into the game. Is he the best offensive player in rec?
No. Definitely top 5. I think he's got the tools to be the best offensive player in the league. Sometimes I don't think his teammates do him any favors by kind of overly relying on him.
But they sure do set good picks.
Right. And the other thing with Devin is he's got a good enough handle to get you the hoop more. He should be averaging a lot more free throws than just, mop up end of the game stuff. So obviously the guy can shoot the lights out. You said he hit a 36-footer tonight.
It was ridiculous.
And he definitely helped bring that team back. But I think he could definitely be the best offensive player if he just utilized going to the hoop. Maybe had a little floater game, and he could jump like crazy too. I've seen him.
Some dunk, before the game.
Several times. He thinks he dunked on me once, but it was one of those pickup games in traffic where I just kind of backed off on a fast break and let him have it. But I've seen him dunk in person. So if he utilized that game a little bit more, he definitely could be number 1. But
so I believe I'll be making the announcement of our second episode of the UH Rewind tomorrow. Got to cross some T's, dot some I's. I think it's going to be in this court, and then we'll move up to Fridley. We're kind of piloting it right now. Next season, I believe we're going to try our darndest to do it every single week. So the response was good. The views were good. I had fun doing it. I think Derek and Aaron had fun doing it. So
I stopped watching after I got those 2 blocks. and then I turned it
Do you like
off.
the timestamp so you could go
Yeah,
right to
it
the...
was nice. I didn't have to watch any of the other garbage.
You're like, honey, come in here. You got to see this. Look what I did.
barely jumped.
All right, that's it for tonight. We will see you guys next time.